Hello to the City of Salisbury and the National Folk Festival audience.
My name is David, and I'm standing next to Tobin here, and we're both part of the Red Trouser Show, and we'd like to show you a couple things today. We'd like to start by showing you a way to easily make your very own juggling balls at home, mostly with things that you can find lying around or are fairly easy to get hold of. You'll need a sharp knife and a person who's able to safely use the sharp knife.
Yes, adult supervision.
And you will need tennis balls. You'll need 3 tennis balls. Tobin's going to show you the cut in the tennis ball. So he's cutting about 1.5 inches to 2 inches on a slight curve. And then he's going to take a piece of the other thing you're going to need besides the tennis balls are 6 balloons and an old t-shirt. So he has a scrap of old t-shirt and he's going to stuff it into the tennis balls.
Using scissors or chopsticks or a pencil, something like that will help you. Just push it through the little slot there.
Yep, and you keep stuffing till the tennis ball is completely full. And
once it's full like that, you just cut the last little bit, get it all stuffed in there.
There we go. So next you're going to take your balloon and you cut off the top of the balloon. So Tobin is going to take the balloon and cut off the top bit of the balloon, and he's going to stretch the balloon so that the back of the balloon is covering up where he made the slit in the tennis ball. Just like that. He's going to take another balloon and cut off the top. And that balloon will go on in the other direction, covering up the hole that he made with the first balloon. Now it's very important that your balloons say the Red Trouser Show on them.
Branding, branding, branding. So there you have it. You have one juggling ball.
And
Done.
Once you have your 3 balls, you're all set to learn how to juggle. Now that you have your juggling balls made, we'd like to show you some juggling. Here's some of the things you could be doing once you know how to juggle. Let's do a little demonstration. So, to start off with, you want to take just one juggling ball, hold it in your right hand, and the basic throw for juggling is a scoop. So if you watch my hand, it starts on the outside and it scoops towards the inside, and I release the ball about in the middle of my body. So scoop, throw, scoop, throw. And if you watch the ball as it's traveling through the air, it's forming sort of an infinity symbol or a sideways figure 8 in the air. I'm trying to throw the ball right about the height of my head. Head height is a decent height, and you just scoop back and forth, a nice scooping motion. So once you have that down and you're feeling comfortable and you know you have it down and that you're doing it well when you don't have to shuffle your feet around to be able to catch the ball. So then you can move on to 2 balls, starting with 1 in each hand, and both of the balls are going to get thrown into the air just as we did with 1. So when the first ball gets to the peak, you scoop and throw the second ball. So it goes throw, throw, catch, catch. Listening to the rhythm is a good way to know that you're doing it right. So it goes throw, throw, catch, catch. Now we can start with the other hand, starting with the left hand. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Let's do it again, starting in the right hand. Throw, throw, catch, catch. And make sure both the balls are getting thrown to the same height. If you're shuffling one across the bottom like that, you're doing something a little bit wrong. So let's start again. starting with the right hand. Right, left, catch, catch. Let's start with the left hand now. Left, right, catch, catch. Now we're going to add in the third ball. And adding in the third ball, not much changes. So we're still going to throw the first one out of our right hand, and when it gets to the peak, we'll throw the one out of our left hand, and when that one gets to the peak, we'll throw again out of our right hand, and it just continues like that. So it goes throw, 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 throw. And if you watch my hands, they continue to do the nice scooping from outside to inside. Each hand going outside to inside, throwing somewhere near the middle of my body. And that is juggling. Now, if you're having trouble getting started, and you feel like you need a little bit of a hand, and you have someone around who maybe already knows how to juggle, or is just a little bit more dexterous with their hands, or has been practicing a little bit more, what you can do is practice with a partner. So I'll be the right hand, and Tobin will be the left hand. So you can put your arm around each other so you're nice and close. There's no airspace between you. And again, the right hand is going to start, and when it gets to the peak, the left hand will throw, and it will continue the same. And this can be a good way to practice because each person only has to focus on one hand. Now, as with everything related to juggling, it's very important to practice on both sides. So once you do that, switch sides.
And this time I start with 2 because I'm doing the right hand.
And I get to work on being the left hand.
Yeah, something I like when you're getting to the 2-ball phase is instead of catching them like this, is just focusing on the throws and letting them drop. You should have one land on either side. So you just go throw, throw,
Thump, thump.
and those probably dropped out of the frame. But that's a nice way to practice without getting all caught up and worried about trying to catch the balls.
Here's an important tip for practicing, for those of you who really want to get into juggling and keep practicing. Our instinct when we're learning to juggle is always to go as long as we can. We try and do as many catches and throws as we possibly can every time we practice, and we keep going and going and going until we drop one. That means that every time you're practicing juggling, you're also practicing dropping. And the one important thing that you're never practicing is how to finish, how to have a clean finish at the end. So a really effective way to practice juggling is to go 1, 2, 3, catch, catch, catch. I would do that when I'm practicing maybe 20 times in a row. It doesn't take very long. That way I'm practicing starting, I'm practicing the in-between just a little bit, and I'm practicing a clean finish. Then maybe 10 times, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then once at the very end, only once, go as long as you can, just for fun to see what your progress is.
Once you get a little better at juggling,
So there's
called passing.
passing is when you're going back and forth, and there's all different juggling props that you can use as well. Here's some footage of Tobin and I juggling our torches in one of our shows out on the streets. And here we are juggling some clubs. As you can see, there's many different patterns and variations. And as you can see from this video, we can also add in various different acrobatic tricks, combining them with the juggling, but that's getting much more advanced. But there's no end to possibilities of things you can do with juggling. We'd like to end by saying goodbye to the National Folk Festival audience, and thank you for watching. Enjoy your juggling.